Hey, welcome back to Nick's Ramble ASMR. Woo! I thought for this I would do a little bit of a soft-spoken video, so yeah, we'll just get into it. Life has been. We're just gonna go ramble. Okay, so right now I'm currently in Florida. Life has been really interesting. I don't know about you for the holidays or whatnot, but I actually got to kind of reconnect with some people that I really enjoy. Give me one sec. I'm actually eating. Sorry, I'm back. I'm eating. You probably can't read it, but it's H-I-Chew. That's really good. I hope that the holidays have been good to you. I was kind of spending this holiday to kind of do a lot of reflection. To reflect. To kind of think about some stuff. And to kind of reground myself. I kind of think the holidays are a really good time for that. But I got to kind of like reconnect with a friend, which was so nice. We actually reconnected in Thanksgiving. So I went with this friend. We went to high school together, and we were like we were like not best friends, but you know those friends like where you how do I describe this? We had a really good one-on-one relationship, and there are times where like he would kind of like I wanted him to would hang out with my friend group. I would try and like get him in my friend group. It was really cliquey. My friend group in high school, it was literally like the lacrosse bros, and then I was your theater kid, your secretly closeted queer theater kid. How unique, right? So unique. Like, who would have thought? There were 7 of us, and this friend, he did theater with me as well. So we hung out a lot, but he was never like in my main friend group. That's just not how it kind of went down. But we reconnected over Thanksgiving. It was really good. We got coffee. Got up. It's been so long that I even forgot like what he looked like, you know. So like when we sat down, I was like, oh, that's what you look like. Oh, that's what you sound like. But you know those people that you hang out with, that you haven't seen for a really long time, and then they bring something out of you. You just like click back to it. That's exactly what it was, and it felt like a fresh breath of felt like a breath of fresh air. I can't even speak, but we did that, and this is kind of how it went down. I think in the past I used to have a crush on him. Not kind of, I know I did. Being queer, you gotta like learn. It's so interesting when you're in high school and stuff. You are so confused on like who you like, why you like, and then you're like, do they like me? So you have like 3 things. It's like, who do I like? Why do I like them? And do they like me? It is such hell. And finally now, I think I know it's easier for me to be like, who do I like? And it's easier for me to be like, why do I like? And it's even easier for me to be like, do they like me? So like it gets easier with time, I promise. Your gaydar gets better. The like who likes me, you get it. But when I came out in high school, there's a whole coming out video. I'll try and link it, but if I don't, it's in like, just check the channel, you'll find it if you want to hear it. It's a really long story. But I basically didn't realize this until I was telling my sister yesterday about it. And she was like, oh, that's the guy that you wish would have come out. And I was like, oh, So I came out because I wanted, honestly, to see who else was gay or bi and basically be like, hey, I'm interested, like, come, be with me. I'm gonna be the person that, like, I should be, and I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna be a good role model and be unashamed. And my story, I do that, then everything kind of falls apart. But good intentions, good intentions. So this boy, we met for Thanksgiving, and because I knew, like, I really liked it. I really liked him as a person, but I kind of knew, like, we fell off of high school, as you probably did with a lot of people too. So I used to be the type of person where, and I like that I did this, but I would usually, like, text back, immediately, like a minute or two after a meeting. I'd immediately be like, it was so nice seeing you. For this hangout, I kind of, like, we hung out. It was really great, but then I just didn't text him. I was kind of like, it was a one and done. It's cool, like, But then this boy texts me back, and he goes, wow, that was so great meeting up with you. And I was like, wow, really great meeting up with you too. And then he's like, when are you back? Are you back for Christmas? Want to hang out? And then I was like, yeah, so weird. So long story short, we plan and we hang out, and I guess I'm just telling the whole story, but I feel, yeah, I should just tell you the whole story. I guess I'm gonna keep some of his stuff, like, private, but basically ends up happening is we hang out, we go to the mall, go shopping, and we just, like, right when he got in the car, he was just in such a good mood. We were so vibing, and I went into it being like, I am just gonna enjoy whatever this is. Like, none of this freaking matters. Like, just take it as it is. And I had the most fun with him that day. It was just crazy. We went to the mall, we went shopping, and we were, like, talking nonstop for 4 hours. And we even did these really cute things. And I swear, I was just like, it's so interesting, and I'll tell you, but he was definitely flirting with me, which was really nice because I felt like I was flirting back with him. And that's honestly, if you're gay or queer, or if you're straight, I don't give a fuck what you are, but if you ever feel like you're flirting with someone and you keep flirting with them, if you feel like you're flirting, but you're enjoying it and you're not, like, purposely trying to, it's because they're flirting with you, okay? So if you want to flirt with someone, or you're even matching their energy, it's because they're flirting with you. So we were doing things like, well, it was first off really nice because we went to the mall. I thought he had to get stuff, but it was really just for my sister, my dad, and so I'm a very quick shopper. I don't like I just went to the candle store, got candles, went to Uniqlo, got some clothes, and when we went to the candle store, we were, like, doing simple things, like, I'd pick up a candle, I'd smell it, and then I'd make him smell it, and then he'd do the same, and we'd talk about the, like, smells. I know that sounds, I know that sounds like it's so minimal, but actually think about it. Like, people don't really, that's such a couple thing to do. You're like, oh, what do you think this smells like? Good, bad, like, it was really nice. Then we went to Spencer's, which I don't know if you know what Spencer's is, but it's like graphic tees. It's like Newberry Comics or graphic tees, and then in the back they have, like, a sex shop. So that's fun to go into. We went there, and I don't know, it was just, I felt so comfortable around him. I think he felt comfortable around me, and I think it was just really nice I had so much fun. I saw another friend after him, who is one of my favorite people to see, and I wasn't as enthralled or excited. So because of that, I realized, I was like, crap, I have a crush on this dude. And I don't know about you, but I haven't gotten a crush on someone for a really long time. So, but the crush hit after this, and I'll keep telling you what happened. Ya boy. I'm gonna get another chew. Another chew. These are really good. I haven't had these ever before until today. So we go get lunch at California Pizza Kitchen and we chat. And basically the whole day just goes, we're just like non-stop chatting about whatever we want to talk about. No walls up. And he has a girlfriend. Let me put that out there. 5 years, but he's like questioning. He's like, oh my god, he's literally at this point where he's like, I don't know if I feel like we're not gonna last forever. We're gonna break up because I want to experience and have more experience. Like, this is the only person that, you know, he's been with and all that stuff. I'm not gonna share anything more because it's his story, but I really value like what he's told me. I don't want to just like spew everything, but basically he's telling me all this, and this is kind of like what I was trying to talk about in the other video about like what it's like being 26. Everyone's like so fucking confused about their relationships, but I eventually had the balls at the end of the hangout to basically be like, oh, well, would you, you know, you said you were really curious, would you ever do anything with the guy? Which I was really proud I did, by the way, because old me, I would not have said anything, and then I would have thought like, oh, totally, that's totally what he means. But I was telling you, I was in this mindset of like, what the fuck, none of this matters. Like, I'm not gonna see him. Like, what matters? None of it matters. And he got real quiet. It was really, really interesting. When I'm saying we were talking the entire time, then we get back to my car. I ask him, he gets dead quiet, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of unlock my car, I put my stuff in, and he's like, oh, do you want help? And I was like, oh. I was like, no, I got it. And we got in the car. And then I like literally got in the car, turned the car on, and then I was like, you know, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to. He's like, no, I do. But then he said something where he basically, he just like opened up, and he was just like, he told me, he's like, I'm curious, basically. He's like, I don't think he's ever, I don't know if he's told people that. Maybe he's told his girlfriend. That might be saying all that, but it was nice to like get an answer. He was basically like, I want to kiss someone and stuff, but he was curious. So I just wanted to be his friend. Like, I was like, just want to be your friend. I'm not like, I didn't say this then, but this was my thoughts. I was like, I'm not making a move. Like, I just want to get to know him. Like, I actually asked because I was curious, because deep down, like I said, after Thanksgiving, you know, when you get older, you kind of know more. I told a friend, I was like, oh yeah, you could totally be bi. And I was like, and I heard myself say that, and I was like, whoa, I actually believe that. And the takeaway of all this is like, it's not like whether I'm with him or not, but it's just cool being like, oh, it's making more sense. Like, people that I flirt with or feel these things for, or feel comfortable around, that's the word, feel comfortable around, there's a high likelihood that they might be like me, in the sense that I think my next New Year's resolution for this coming year is to believe that we're actually way more alike than different. I can get into that for a long time, but I like this idea that like we are all alike and then different, and for him it's just cool realizing like, oh, we're very similar. Like, we might be very similar, but we're on down different paths, which is cool. We got home and I did realize like I did not want to leave. For the next days, all I could think about was him, And I would have to hold myself from not texting him, but I eventually text him, and it's all so good. It's literally like, he's busy, but we just had a really good time, and that's all it is. I'm not gonna mess with, that's like a relationship. Like, and I'm looking for more intimate relationships. I'm trying, well, yeah, everything in moderation. So sometimes, that's what my mom says, but sometimes we're like aiming, how you aim for goals? Sometimes you gotta allow yourself to fault and falter. One of my main goals is I want way more intimate connections, and I told my sister about him and how I have a crush. It took me a couple days because I was talking about him, and then I was like, you know what? I want our relationship to be one where I tell her everything, or be very honest. So I was like, I think I have a crush on him, because he checks off all my boxes, and I like how I am around him. Is it realistic? Probably not. I think that's where crushes come from too, where there's like a sense of like, it would mean a lot to have him because it's hard to get him, right? Because he's in a whole other world right now. But she said something I didn't even think about. She's like, it's like, hey, like, that's cool because it shows that like that's what you really want. Like, you can feel those things, you can feel those feelings. You can feel that, like, wanting to be intimate and wanting to get to know them and hang around them all the time. And I was like, that is actually so cool. Thank you. But I'm just proud of myself because, like, this year, I feel like I'm finally, so as uncomfortable 2023 has been, I feel like I'm finally, like, stepping into the shoes of, like, this is what I like and who I like to be around, and take it or leave it. And so that's why it was cool hanging out with him, because I was like, I'm just going to act how I am. I literally read something on my notes app. I don't know where you keep your stuff. I sometimes like will journal my notes app stuff, and I read something literally that upset me on the plane here. It said something where it's like, I get it. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. It's like, I get a lot of pleasure. It's like, it's crazy how comfortable I feel when I say in my mind, act straight, act straight, act straight, as if I can just be someone else. And in this note app, it was just saying, like, it's awesome to, like, it was like, there's a lot of comfort in feeling like I can just, like, be more masculine and be more, like, basically acting not like myself. And I just saw that, and I was just so proud, because I haven't, I mean, I probably have done it a little bit this year, let's be real, but I don't do it as often, which I'm really proud about. And you know what I think helped? If you're queer or gay, or if this relates to you at all, I don't know, like, who even are we? Sexuality's so weird. Like, whoever you want to like, love who you want to let love, but the way, I think what's helped me figure out, like, that gaydar thing is I've been trying to hang out with more gay friends. So I use Bumble BFF to try and find, like, more queer friends, and I hang out with them a good amount. So the way I hang around them, I was kind of hanging around this person from high school, give or take. And so when I was like, I was realizing, this sounds bad, but I was like, I'm acting more like my gay self, like more comfortable, right? Because I'm around my gay friends. So it's like sexuality isn't a thing. So you can be like more feminine or masculine or whatever you want to be. When I felt like I was being like that around him, I was like, this is interesting. Like, he responded really well. It wasn't like it was like I was giving him the same. Although I will say he might be like what I used to be. Like, there are some people where they will just match your energy, and they will just, so it guarantees that they'll have a good time, but it's not being very authentically themselves. I used to do that. It's what a lot of extroverts do to, like, be friends with people, is you go into a room, you literally match what someone gives you, and you basically tell them what they want to hear, and it makes you feel good because then they like you and they give you attention. It's a little bit of a bad cycle, but don't do that. No, because, like, my short film, sorry, I made a short film that's really fun. It's called Flowers. That's on this channel, but in that's what that whole message of my short film is. It's saying, no, 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 don't try and fit in. Instead, it's better to stand out and allow yourself to shine, to grow into your own flower. So basically, the right flower or other person can find you. I don't know if you knew this, but some flowers grow better together than others. They have companion flowers. And that's me spilling the tea for you. But yeah, so yeah, I thought that was really cool. And I think the first indicator too that made me open up a little bit more with him is like his music choice. I was like, he used to only listen to classical. He's a musician, and when we hung out, he was listening to all these more usually described queer artists. So I was like, that's interesting. Artists I really love, like Muna, like Chapel, like Caroline Polachek, Charlie XCX, and I don't know, maybe it's his girlfriend that also did that too. I could totally see him being with like I didn't even see a photo of her, but I could see her being like more, if she's like an artist or whatever, or like queer identify. I don't even know if she is, but that would explain things too. But it was just really good. But yeah, I had a crush like a few days ago, and I still do. And I literally prayed. I was like, let me end up with him. I might cut that out because I actually do not put that in the comments. Well, actually, I don't care. Life's so short, none of this matters. But I really do love him and adore him, and I like who he is. So I thought that was exciting for me, you know. This person I really like and enjoy, you know, we haven't seen each other for so long, but I feel like even though we've done different life things, we still have a really common ground. Something I'm like, I really like this person. Now, is it because he's telling me what I want to hear? Maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the thoughts, I guess. Let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, Nick had a crush, and this whole year I'm trying to get more intimate relationships. So I guess stick around if you want to see if that happens. I think it will. I want also, you know, we're starting to think about New Year's resolutions. My New Year's resolution also for next year is to love fully. Love fully. Not love like, and then the person named fully, it's like, you know, live whole, like love someone fully, like go 100% in. I want to really dive into being like, okay, if I give my energy and time to people to really love them, to really support them, even if it might make me feel icky or blah 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 blah, you know, anxious or whatever, I'm gonna do it. Just cause I just want to see what it's like. I live life a little bit go and a little detached, as if like I feel like I'm always gonna be fleeting, but I want to really like ground myself and love people this year. Cheesy, but be cheesy with your intentions. It's okay. It's how it's supposed to be, right? So yeah, that's kind of a ramble, I guess, a ramble update on like kind of my love life. But have a really good one. Take care. Make sure to like, subscribe, consider joining our membership program too. It's the join button down below. It's the price of a coffee. Everyone on that, and on the Hive lives, we do live like lives on this channel too. They always give me shit because they say I say that too much, but it's the best way to help support the channel. If you want to support the channel, it literally supports me so much. Because your boy, he's trying to live life and also make these videos, and I think a goal overall is to just also build a really good community in the membership program. I really want to build it out to be a support system for you and for me. So if that interests you, press that join button. But otherwise, if you've made it this far, I fucking love you. Leave. What should we leave? What should we leave? Why don't you leave? Leave a pizza it's for the CPK. Yeah. Okay. Well, have a good night. Have a good life. Hopefully see you soon. And yeah. See you very soon.